What's one fact that no one on your channel knows about you? Oh my gosh, you're asking for secrets. Hey Tingman fam, to celebrate reaching 400,000 subscribers, I've got two gifts for you. Many of you know what my channel is all about. I make wholesome cubing videos. Cubing meaning this, and wholesome meaning I'm gonna do my best in every video to put a smile on your face and hopefully also on your heart. Although not literally, because then you'd need a doctor. Whenever people comment that one of our videos made their day, we're like, yes, that's exactly what we're aiming for. Because no matter what, you can always do with your spirits getting lifted. So thank you so much for letting us do that. Speaking of cubing, here's our first gift. To celebrate our subscriber milestone, if you shop at Daily Puzzles over the next week and use discount code TINGMAN at the checkout, 3 random orders will receive a GAN cube, which I've signed on the box. So you could get a GAN Scube, the 11M Duo, and the 12 Maglev. For real. Like literally this guy right here. Oh, and they'll also have in stock 100 Daily Puzzles cube covers that were signed by me, Ola, and Tingboy. Which, if you spend over $20 in your order, the cube cover is completely free. One of the most common questions I get is whether people should shop at Daily Puzzles if they're not in Australia. And I get it, they're worried about shipping or delivery times, but check this out. One of my viewers, Cliff from Tennessee, USA, recently sent me this video telling me about his experience shopping at Daily Puzzles, and well, check it out for yourself.
Hey guys, I've been following Tingman for a while, and I saw his unboxing of the Tornado V2 Infinity Stones. You know, I really wanted to get my hands on those, but they were hard to come by. So I reached out to Billy and got a response almost immediately saying he actually had 2 left, even though it was sold out everywhere. Sold them to me at, you know, retail. Gladly, I would pay more. So I was just taken aback by the top-notch customer service. You won't find a better puzzle store with better customer service than, you know, Daily Puzzles. If you live in the United States like I do, have no fear. It's fast shipping, reasonable. Billy over at Daily Puzzles, you know, I appreciate everything you do for me. That's why I shop there.
Go check out the store, get yourself a signed cube cover for free. You spend over $20 and you might win also one of these incredible cubes. And for gift number 2, I'm now gonna answer a whole bunch of questions sent in from you guys and possibly reveal even more secrets about myself. And while I answer the questions, I'm gonna be solving this puzzle, and this puzzle, and this puzzle, and this puzzle. Oh, what have I gotten myself into? Hey, it'll be fun, it'll be fun. All right, question number 1. Do you think it'll be possible for an intelligent animal, like a chimpanzee, to learn to solve the Rubik's Cube? I'm actually finding it really hard to like solve this right now while like answering questions. I got it, woohoo! Look, this sounds ridiculous, but I actually have wondered that question before, but when I looked into it a little bit more, I realized that the mental processing required to solve a puzzle like that does not seem to be what chimpanzees, apes seem to have. Oops. And then the question, do I think the cubing community will still be active as it is now 50 years? Man, who knows? I mean, the cubing community has been growing over the last few years, and honestly, it's not actually showing any signs of stopping. Like, I think it's actually getting bigger and bigger, but 50 years is just too far in the future to predict, in my opinion. Next, do I like any video games? Yes, I do. I'm currently, as you can tell from last week's video, getting a little bit into Minecraft because of my kids and just sort of getting to know that game a bit more, which has been really fun. I used to be the biggest fan of like Command and Conquer, Red Alert. I was completely into that. And then I went through a pretty big Call of Duty phase. And then, ooh, solved. You know, this might be a little bit quicker than I realized. And then do I have any tips for big cubes? I do actually. One of my best tips came from Senior Delegate Ed Hollingdale, you know, the water drinking guy. And he said to improve in the 5x5, which, hey, surprise, I have one right here. He literally just like put all his other cubes away and only solved 5x5 for like ages. But I am happy to give you a tip with the 5x5 if you like. So here's a quick tip with making centers. See those 2 guys over there? If I can just find like these 2, so that guy and this guy, and do like that, then check this out. Bang! I've got 2 entire bars. It's like a really nice, quick way to make your bars. So that's probably my tip, just like, I don't know, looking at walkthroughs and stuff and see if you can get anything from them. You know, I'm just gonna continue solving this because I can. Next question. What was the worst judge you encountered? Oh, I'm not gonna answer that. I honestly can't remember. Like, all the judges I've had have been like really good. Like, you could criticize like a new judge for like, oh, you know, they didn't run the inspection part of the solve smoothly, or like you had to tell them at the end that they had to like, you know, check that the cube was solved. But like, I was like that too the very first time I was a judge. Like, I was making mistakes, so that's just an experience thing. Oh, but for the question, how far should I average for 3x3 to go to comp? Just go. I have no idea why everyone thinks they need to be a certain time. If you look at all of the web pages, like nowhere does it say you need to be like sub 10 seconds before you go to comp. I think the time limit in most competitions is like 10 minutes for 3x3. Please stop asking that question. Fast and slow is completely relative. And here's a secret: at a competition, not many people care how you're going. Next, what's the next comp that I'm planning to go to? I'm planning to go to Brisbane Autumn in the start of April, I believe. Don't remember how many subscribers I had after my first year of YouTube. My first year of YouTube was like a really long time ago, like 2008 or something. So I don't know, maybe like 20 subscribers after my first year. So yeah, my growth has been just like much more recent. Finally, what's your favorite LWCA event and why is it the 21x21? Yeah, there you go. You answered it. I mean, what's not to like about the 21x21? All right, next, if Ola's average becomes faster than you, will you be happy or sad? I mean, it's not gonna happen, so like, I will always be superior to my daughter. But I mean, of course I'll be happy for her. I hope that she does become faster than me because, you know, her old man's getting old. And yeah, hopefully her best times are still ahead of her. And the next question, how much time did it take you to make that languages video? That took a really long time. Man, it's so hard to like answer questions and like solve at the same time. Let's just finish this. Yay! Honestly, most of the time I actually went into like getting those translations because I didn't want to use Google Translate to do it. I wanted like human translators, so I had to like contact a lot of people to get all the translations, and then they were all really kind to like record themselves speaking it to me too, so I could practice. And then I think I spent about maybe a day filming it and just saying the lines over and over and over until I just got them. The 5x5. Oh, good grief. What is your best advice for growing a YouTube channel on cubing? That is the ultimate question, isn't it? I'm gonna say, and this sounds contradictory, it's finding out this perfect balance of like being totally different from the other channels, but still being what people expect. As in, you know, they're subscribing because like you're a cubing channel, and so they're expecting to see cubing. But at the same time, like, there's gotta be something that, you know, sets your channel apart, makes it unique from all the others. And to be fair, that is a hard question to answer. Like, it's not something that will just like come in a few minutes, like you sit down and you suddenly just know like what makes your channel different. That can take weeks, maybe even months. And if it helps, I would just like to say that there are still new types of cubing channels that we haven't seen yet. There's still people out there, maybe you listening to this right now, who's gonna make an amazing cubing channel that's different from all the ones out there right now because only you are you, and that's exciting. What am I looking for? 9 and 10, yep. Question 2, why don't I like pyraminx? Poor pyraminx, and sorry everyone who does like pyraminx. I just don't. Here's a pyraminx. I'm gonna say it's because the turns are weird. Like, it's not like a 90-degree turn. I'm just not used to it. But I think the honest answer is that I'm pretty trash at pyraminx. And if you're bad at a puzzle, just say like you don't like it, and then suddenly it excuses your bad times. Question 3, what's your best 3x3 average of 5 unofficially? I think it's like 11.0 something. I still have not cracked the sub 11 barrier for average, but who knows, one of these days maybe. Next question, how would you rank your performance affinity with each of the sciences? My favorite science in school was biology, for sure. But it was strangely not the science that I did the best on. Like, I used to get much better marks for like physics and chemistry, but I just liked biology a lot. Strange. Anyway, right now I am a biology and a psychology teacher. So those are the 2 areas of science that I teach. And so I guess I have to say they're my favorites, right? Because I teach them. I mean, they're all really, really great. Like today I literally just like had a lesson with a class on like balancing chemical equations, and it was so much fun. But there's something about the life sciences, something about learning about how my body works and cells and ecosystems and everything that I just can't get over. It's very, very cool. Lachlan asks, how do you feel about YouTube Shorts getting way more views than your conventional videos, which I assume take much longer to produce? Yes, they do. They probably take like 10 times longer to produce. So I guess, like, you're right. It is a little bit strange. But I mean, if you've seen my shorts, I do put a bit of time into filming and editing them as well. And I think right now YouTube's just trying to figure out like how shorts integrates into its entire platform. And I reckon 2022 will be the year that it sort of maybe gets it right. No, okay, this is getting tricky. My method has always been to like park this top row, like squish it to the left. So for example, if I do this, I've like, you know, squished those 4 numbers and they're ready to like go back out again. And then I'll try and like rejig these guys so they're correct. Ooh, I think this could be it. Ah, come on. Yeah. Whatever, that's solved. Cube Squad asks, how do you plan on improving on certain events for next time? Any goals or anything? Yes, I mean, my goal definitely is to get a 6x6 mean, except cutoff is 3:30 and I don't think I'm gonna make that time. But I mean, improving my 6x6 single would be really nice. I'd also really like to improve in my square 1 time, so I'm gonna be practicing that quite a lot before that comp as well. And maybe 2x2 as well. Oh, I don't know why I'm holding a skew, by the way. I'm not like planning to like get heaps better in Cube because who cares about Cube? But I've recently started to suddenly really like the GAN's Cube, so yeah, weird. It's 6x6 time. I got my kids to like scramble these puzzles for me and they did a really good job. I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like, good job to them. Nadia asks, do you cube in public? And if so, how do you overcome the judgment of other people? I actually used to cube in public a lot. I would like go to the shops or like a food court and I would just be like cubing a lot there with my daughter, but we haven't been doing that as much recently. How do I overcome the judgment? I don't know. I reckon if people are looking at you when you're cubing, it's because they think you're cool. Yeah, just tell yourself that. Like, I doubt that it's because, you know, they think you're weird. Like, if anything, most people like look on people who can solve cubes as like, wow, you must be such a genius. You must be so good at maths. All the stereotypes. So I don't think it's a negative thing if people are looking at you. It's probably something positive. And what is your top tip to talking to others at a cubing competition? Easy. You go to them, you open your mouth, and you talk. You're welcome. I mean, you don't have to go around talking to everyone, but I suppose if you want to make conversation with like someone sitting close to you, then, you know, ask them what cube they're solving, ask them how they're going with their solve times, whether they're achieving their goals, ask them if it's their first competition, you know, the usual stuff. People are happy to talk about that. Seco Reptile, what's your favorite and least favorite WCA event? I mean, 3x3, of course, is like the best event. I'm really actually also enjoying 3x3 OH recently, and I also really like 3x3 blind, so yeah, all the 3x3 ones. Ask Team Boy what his favorite Bluey episode is. Oh, I can tell you what it is. His favorite Bluey episode is Fruit Bat. If you know, you know. And finally, Team Olo or Team Ting Boy. Sorry, you have to pick between. Yeah, don't make me pick between my kids. There are no favorites. But of course, Team Ting Boy is way better than Team Olo. Hey Ting Man, I'm an intermediate queuer. I'm not sure what my next steps are. I'm hovering around a 30-second solve. 3x3 and only a 2 look. Oh man. Hey, knowing next steps once you've like done this, like what comes next, man, that was a huge thing for me. Like I really struggled like figuring out what the stages were. So, I mean, would you guys want me to make a video on that? Like comment below if you think that'll be a useful video. Like my recommendations for like once you've got beginner's method, what you should work on next and then next. And but this person says, should full PLL be next? If I do 2 look, I'll only get 3 cases. Wait, why are you only getting those 3 cases? Did you accidentally learn CLL? Because like solving OLL should give you all the 21 PLL cases. Anyway, I'm still gonna say, yeah, learn full PLL, why not? But I mean, it's not like you have to get every single case and then you can like learn more F2L or OLL algorithms. Just be organic with it. Like I'm gonna learn these 3 PLL cases today because I always see them, and then I'm gonna learn these OLL cases because I always seem to get them, and yeah, do it that way. Next question, when do you think we'll get a sub 5 average world record? Oh man, very soon. If Timon Koloshinsky continues going to competitions, it will not be long. And I cannot wait for that to happen. He is so incredible and he totally deserves it when it comes. KitKat asks, how do you find competitions to compete in? You just go to the World Cubing Association website. You can literally, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can literally just like Google cube competitions and it's like the very first hit on Google. If you had to choose one last meal, what would it be? I have never thought about that. That's like a really morbid question, but also very interesting. Not to get all moody and emotional and everything, but probably something that my mom used to cook for me when I was young. Okay, some happier questions, please. What's the reason behind Ting Boy's success in the recent comp vlog? Is Felix training him? Oh man, wouldn't that be something? It's because Ting Boy's awesome. Because Ting Boy to the rescue, that's why. Thomas asks, what was the most influencing factor in the quick growth of your channel? Ooh. it has to be a combination of a whole bunch of things. But if I had to pick one, I like to think that even though my videos are about cubing, they can be appreciated by both cubers and non-cubers because they're ultimately about people and having fun, and I think viewers connect to that. Oh, I just spotted that your profile picture is of muffin. That is so great. Coconuts have water in them. Gil asks, have you ever been to a competition abroad? You are always welcome to Israel. Thank you, Gil. I would love to go to Israel. But the answer is no. I've never been to a cubing competition outside of Australia, and I would really love to. I've met people at comps who came into Australia, like Worlds 2019 in Melbourne was like most amazing comp ever. So I mean, that one felt international. But otherwise, no. Bucket list, though. I definitely will. Definitely. Surely, right? Ooh, I thought that was 23 for a second. Where's 23? It's there. Right. Cube Noob asks, do you have a theory on why cubing is so addictive? I do, actually. And it is that you get frequent dopamine hits. And by that, I mean, like, every time you solve a cube, the solve only takes... I mean, I guess it depends on, like, how fast you solve. But like 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds. And like you get that buzz when you solve it. You're like, yes. And then you just like want to do it again and get faster. And so it's like, you don't really have a chance to like stop. You finish it and you just want to go again. I'm fighting it so hard now to not scramble this and start solving it right away. And you can ask, what's one fact that no one on your channel knows about you? Oh my gosh, you're asking for secrets. Today I drank a vanilla milk tea with Oreos in it. Which, if you knew that about me, would be like extremely creepy. Radiath asks, how do you manage your cubing time with other chores and stuff at this age? Yeah, time management definitely is a huge thing, hey. But I think you're asking, you know, at this age, I think you mean like at your age. So assuming you're a teenager or a kid, I think it's good that you're even asking this question because you're trying to be responsible and acknowledging that there are things that you need to do in life that are important that aren't fun. So I think I'm just gonna say think long term. Like sure, you could, you know, not do all your responsibilities and then your teachers and parents might get cranky at you and maybe you won't do as well at school, but then you get to cube more and that might seem like it's a lot of fun now. But like what impact is that gonna have on your future long term? Like if you didn't do as well at school as you need to, or even like what kind of person are you becoming if you're sort of like, you know, cutting corners and taking the easy route instead of saying like, all right, I'm only gonna cube for like this much time today and then I'm gonna do all these other things. Selene asks, what is life? Oh, what a question. Life is a gift from God that we can use to love others with and love him with. Do you think we're reaching the human limits of 3x3? I think we are approaching it, but nope, we are definitely not reaching the limits yet. Like there's still, yeah, I'm sure there's still more that we can do. Yay! And guys, that just means it's time for the last one, the 7x7. This is so big, I can like barely fit it in the screen. One piece missing, so there's 48 in total. Yeah, that's the biggest number right there. But let's do it. What food would be the best cube material? What a question. I actually really appreciate that. I mean, the easy answer is that it would just have to be something like durable and hard, right? So like a raw potato. Although I guess after a while it will like, you know, get all brown and stuff. What's something that will like never break down? How about like chips from McDonald's? They never decompose. Traveling Yo-Yo Kid says, when will Uncle Tingman return? This is life's unanswered question. And you're right. That is one of life's unanswered questions. Yes or no question is to know the next word you are going to say. And how many GAN cubes could a GAN fanboy if a Tingman could fanboy GAN cubes? You know, that's just another one of life's unanswered questions. The answer is yes. Yes. Zubing asks, when you write your video scripts, you often change it up, as you say, a complete disregard. If I'm writing a script, it means that I want to have a particular way of saying it. So then I will pretty much just like follow my script exactly. And then what's your advice for engagement and video retention? Wait, what? Oh, 5, oops. Give your video like a bit of a story, like give it a goal in some way. Because I mean, engagement is getting people to watch to the very end of the video, right? But to me, it's not just that. It's actually, yeah, taking them on a journey, like helping them enjoy something, seeing something getting completed, or like whether a challenge can be done. Like for this video, I mean, hopefully you're finding this is interesting, but I'm also like, you know, providing some sort of goal. Like for some of you, and for me, if I was watching this, I would want to see whether this puzzle gets completed. Like I want to see all the puzzles completely done because this looks annoying. Matthew asks, do you think your kids will have started cubing if you weren't a cuber? That is such a good question. I don't know. I mean, they've got some friends who cube at school, so maybe? But then, like, did they end up becoming friends with those kids because they were already cubers? There's an alternate universe somewhere where I am not a cuber, where the Tingman channel does not exist, but I still have these 2 kids. Tell me if you get to travel to that multiverse whether they are cubers. How long does it usually take you to make one video? It depends on what the video is, but a video like this one, I mean, obviously I'm still filming it, but I am predicting that including planning and filming and editing, maybe like 4 or 5 hours. And finally, have you ever been discouraged in cubing or quit before? Yes, I have felt discouraged when, you know, I like put in heaps of time to like trying to improve in something and then improvement doesn't seem to come. But I think the way I've coped with that is I'll either just like go to a different puzzle because I like learning lots of different puzzles. So, you know, if I get sick of 3x3, then sure, let's do, well, not Scoob, but you know, yeah, let's go 5x5 or let's, you know, go blindfolded. And then, yeah, it also helps to remind myself that I'm a lot faster than I used to be. So even if I'm not seeing like much improvement right now, I have actually improved compared to where I was at the very start. So yeah, you just got to find those little things to, you know, encourage yourself. Next question by J-Man. How long have you been a Christian? It's hard to pinpoint, but I think I became a Christian around this age. Yeah, because my parents always used to bring me to church, and it happened during Easter that year, actually. I think I was looking at like the cross. I wasn't even listening to the preacher. And I think it suddenly just hit me that like, either this whole Jesus story is completely nonsense and rubbish, or it's completely true, and if it is true, that's life-changing stuff. Like, that should demand my whole life and totally change how I think and what I'm living for. And yeah, I think it was in that moment that I decided I'm gonna live like it's true and see what happens. And I have only ever found it to be true. I mean, that's not to say that I haven't like doubted and had, you know, my difficulties with it, but personally, I think that's part of belief. Having doubts and questions is just part of believing. Anthony asks, have you read any good books recently? Oh, I recently read The Plot, because I think it was like Jimmy Fallon's book club thing, so I was like, why not? I'm gonna read that too. Otherwise, what am I doing? I'm currently reading a textbook on like the Old Testament because of some study that I'm doing. Not like particularly like riveting stuff, reading a textbook, but it has been very interesting. Xcuba asks, what's your favorite PLL case and what's your favorite? Oh, I mean, in terms of like how fast I can do it or like what it looks like, I'm gonna say it's this guy. I find the H-perm very pretty, and I'm fairly fast at it too, so that's probably my favorite PLL case. And OLL, I actually quite like this OLL case. I don't know why. Something about it that's quite pretty. And also for no good reason, I've learned a few of like the OLL CP algs for this, which yeah, doesn't really make sense because why this one? But yeah, Nugget asks, or Nougat, what do you think about Cubehead? I think that he's a good man, and I wish that he lived closer to me because we'd probably be friends and talk more. As in the Cuba, why are you not so cool like J-perm? I mean, if J-perm is at the very top, everyone by definition is less cool than J-perm. And let's not kid ourselves here, J-perm is at the top. Like, did you see his recent video on like solving the puppet cube? That is the ultimate flex. And like, not that he's trying to show off anything, but like, if you can solve the puppet cube with no help, yeah, that is cubing god status. Confirmed. J-perm is amazing. We're about halfway done, guys, and our very last one. I can smell the victory, and it smells like plastic. Do you think you will ever get a Tingman cube like, oh, I mean, do you want me to? I mean, yeah, I do have like a particular 3x3 and setup that I really like. Again, let me know down in the comments if this is something that you'd like, or like a Tingman, you know, sticker, logo or something. Yeah, I'm sure we can make it happen. Promot says, describe everyone in your family as PLLs. That is the greatest question ever. I mean, you already know what I think about the H-perm. I think it's beautiful. So this can be my wife because she is beautiful. And I am gonna be, I'm gonna be the T-perm because T for Tingman, why not? And Ola can be, I know what she can be. Ola can be this guy right here because she's so unexpected and full of life and yeah, really annoying. I'm just kidding. I don't actually even solve the V-perm that way. I normally do it like this way, like a rotationless way. But Ola has learned how to do the V-perm like lefty. I don't even know where to start. And she actually really likes it. Oh man, Ola's so complex. She could also be like an E-perm. or like a G-perm. Yeah, her personality is just so colorful. And then Ting Boy. Oh, I know. Ting Boy is gonna be this guy because he loves asking why. Yeah, when you hold it like that, it actually looks like a Y. Anyway, back to the puzzle. We need to finish this. Would I rather have 100 million subscribers? That's insane. Or get a 2-second solve at comp? Tough question, that one. I mean, they're both like pretty amazing things. Look, a 2-second solve would be incredible, and that would fully like go into the history books and everything. Also be very, very hard to beat. But I think what I'm most interested in is making a difference in this world, like putting smiles on people's faces, making people laugh and feel better about themselves, which is, I'm gonna say, a little bit harder to do by just getting a really good solve. So I am gonna leave that amazing solve time for other people and say 100 million subscribers, because it means potentially 100 million people who I can impact for good to make this world a better place. How is that for timing? Almost like it was meant to be. My friends, the 7x7 number puzzle, the 6x6 number puzzle, the 5, the 4, and the 3, which looks so tiny and pathetic now. I didn't even mention that these are actually like magnetic puzzles, so they're pretty great. And please don't forget about the random prizes you can win at Daily Puzzles, along with those signed cube covers. All these guys can be bought from there as well. Guys, 400,000. Thank you so much. Love you all. Let's keep going strong, Tingman fam. And check out these videos if you want even more of a smile on your face, even more, fun stuff to do with cubing. Well, I hope. I don't actually know what YouTube is recommending. It could be like my head-to-head with TNL cubing, and I mean, that doesn't put a smile on anyone's face. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Bye!